had a very interesting, very intense session with the judges. First of all, I'd like to start by saying thank you to all of the participants. We've had a really varied range of presentations this afternoon, lots of in-depth explanations of technology, lots of very innovative ideas, synergies, looking and exploitation of one technology in a different field. So very interesting thoughts, giving the judges a very interesting challenge. We set a very specific question when we set this innovation challenge this year. We had a particular operational problem that we wanted to solve. Some of the pitches were slightly outside that problem, but we see a lot of inspiring thoughts about them as well. So I'm going to start this in two sections for the final results. I'll focus on our exam question from the air command and control domain. And from that, after discussion with the judges, we've decided that there are three pitches that we'd like to explore further. So we want to take these winners into a pilot stage where we'll invite them to come and work with our experts inside the agency, working with some real NATO data, looking at how to interface it to real NATO systems. And those companies are Aselsan, ERA, and Reticule Ventures. We will be in touch with all three of you shortly to provide some more detail, and we'll refine the details of the pilot so that we make it fit for your technology and the pitch that you've proposed to us. So congratulations to all of those companies. We were very impressed with the technology, the level of maturity, the thinking about how to apply that technology to our particular military operational challenge. We're also very impressed with some of the other proposals, some of them which maybe didn't quite hit exactly on the question that we'd set, but we also see a lot of value for it in some of the other operational challenges that NATO's addressing. So there's two other companies that we would like to work with in a slightly different environment, but we'd like to continue the dialogue and explore some of these technologies a little further. And that those two are Canadian UAVs and CS Ventures. So again, we see particular application of these technologies in a range of military applications. I think that was reflected in some of the questions that you heard from the judging panel today. Once again, I'd like to thank all of the participants. We've really enjoyed it. From the judging perspective, it's opened our minds, it's broadened our horizons a little about some of the technologies and the ways that they can be applied. I'm just trying to keep the cameraman on their toes. So we've really enjoyed the session, not just today, but also starting earlier this year when we were setting the challenge and reviewing all of the entrants. We had a very wide range of interesting and thought-provoking inputs. It's been a pleasure to work with judges and experts, not just inside the agency, but beyond. So Rob, Jake, and your teams, thank you very much for your participation. It's given us a different perspective and brought a broader perspective to the challenge and to the solutions that we've been looking at. I'd also like to thank some colleagues in the agency. There's a couple who've been sitting behind the screens doing a huge amount of work and organisation to make this run smoothly. So Michaela, Fabio, and the technology team to make this thing run almost perfectly smoothly. I know we had one or two glitches with the communications, but if we'd done this before, it wouldn't be innovation. So we always expect one or two little hiccups along the route. In terms of what happens next for all of the participants, for those winners that we've talked about, we'll be in touch with you all about the next stage, defining, scoping the pilot, how we'll be working with you, what the contractual terms will be. We'll be working with our acquisition colleagues who are busy in the rest of the conference on that. For the companies that we wanted to explore in a different way, we'll be in touch with you about a different type of pilot and some different activities there. And our colleagues have already flagged that there's some exercises and demonstrations that are already planned by NATO in 2021, which we'd really like you to take part in for that. For the other participants, we'd also like to keep the dialogue open. We were impressed with elements of everything we saw from all of the companies today. So we'd like to keep that dialogue open, talk to you a little more, introduce you to some of the subject matter experts elsewhere in the agency so that we can keep that dialogue going, maybe look for opportunities in the range of NATO's activities in the communication and information domain, but also in the science and technology, sort of more R&D domain, so that we can try and help you find good places where your ideas and your technologies could fit into NATO so that you can take those forward. I think that's about it from my side. Can I just open the floor a little to the judging panel here, if there's any final thoughts from you? No? Okay. I know we were considering a runners-up prize, not something financial, but we were going to offer you a signed copy of Paul Howland's book on passive radar. It might explain some of the detail in the questions that some of the companies received. And maybe it would have been fair to warn you that you were talking to really one of the experts in the field here. So in terms of the Innovation Challenge for 2020, it's been a very interesting year. It's been a very interesting opportunity. We've taken the Innovation Challenge in a different direction. We're very excited about where this is going. Our colleagues from the Air Command and Control community and across the agency have been excited to see how we're pushing the Innovation Challenge forward and using this to really carve a path from good ideas from industry through to something which gives operational value to the end users. COVID and the move from Austin to a virtual meeting room somewhere in cyberspace has been another challenge. Again, many thanks to the many colleagues who've supported that transition, and particularly to the companies for your flexibility and adaptability. I think in the end it's been a very interesting experience, and maybe opened the doors a little wider to some more companies. So maybe for next year we'll be looking to keep some element of this virtual activity, because I think it's been very useful in lowering the hurdle and lowering the barriers to companies and others participating. So this is we're coming to the end of this year's selection process for the Innovation Challenge. We are going to be keeping you updated through the agency's social media and the website, and also in the run-up to NITEC 2021 about how the pilot stages go forward, what the results are happening, what exciting results we get from there. So please do keep looking at the agency's website, at the social media feeds, so you can see whether the pilots, the pitches that you heard today really come to maturity and meet their potential during the pilot stage. Also look out for the next Innovation Challenge. We're excited about the way that things have gone this year. We're looking to repeat this possibly more often than just once a year and just alongside NITEC. So again, please keep an eye on the agency's website and its communication channels. Also, we have your email addresses, so we'll be in touch. But please look out. We'll have a different challenge. We'll be back soon with a different challenge and with different perspectives, looking for different companies and different technologies. And we're looking forward to another wide range of inputs from some exciting companies with some great ideas for innovative technology and viable solutions for use in NATO. I think that's everything from me. So just once again, final thanks to the companies participating, to the judges, to the organisers behind the scenes, and primarily to the audience, because you've given us a great opportunity to showcase some of the great technology that's coming out of industry in NATO, and how it's people are using imaginative and innovative solutions to bring that technology into providing operational benefit. So many thanks to everyone. Judges, pitchers, audience, organisers, thanks very much. I won't wish you a safe travel home from the conference, but Thanks very much for participating, and we hope to be in touch with you all soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.